What's up, everyone? Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye here, and I was asked an interesting question on recently my what's in my bag video where I emptied out everything and told you all the gear that I have, and it's been asked before, but I felt like why not, I should address this. So sorry I had to use the GoPro for this, but I need both cameras to show you really, just to tell you how I use them both together during a shoot. Let's go. The question that gets asked, and the question that was asked, is now, as I said in the video, I own a Nikon D700 and I own a Nikon D600. So how do you use them together? How do you dual shoot with them? And one thing I'll always say is, if I'm doing a photography job, I'm simply doing a photography job. I'm not doing video and photography at the same time because you need to be fully committed to what you're doing. But typically how I shoot, and I hope you can kind of see this, and I'll just step back too, is essentially I'll take my D700, put this on my strap, and since I use mainly my Nikon D700 throughout an entire wedding or an entire event, my 24-70 will live on this and my strap, and that's always what's with me. Now the only thing that changes, and because weddings can be fast-paced, and because you don't have time to sit there and change all lenses, you want to concentrate on two main focal lengths for the most part. So you want your 24-70-ish range, whatever you decide your range you're comfortable with, and then you also want your 70-200 range for your candids and everything, of that sort. So essentially the 70-200 will live on my D600 for the most part, and I'll only use both of these at once during the actual ceremony. And typically this, I should probably have some kind of dual strap or dual system, or maybe neck strap it. But once again, I don't use two cameras a ton. The only time I do is during the reception when, if I need to get the wide shot or something coming in, that'll effectively work that way. But during the ceremony, I will mainly use the 70-200 to get some candids and everything. So once again, this lives on this for pretty much the whole night. If I want to do some select portraits, I'll just keep this on here. I won't change lenses much, but the D700 I'll use mainly in the lower light situations. And people might argue, well, what about the megapixels? I don't really care about the megapixels. That's a whole war that I just don't want to get into, and I effectively don't really care about, because that's not what it's about. If you know what you're doing, it doesn't matter how. If you even have 6 megapixels, you're going to produce a damn fine image. You just can't crop. But besides that, D700 I'll use 95% of the night. This I'll use for certain moments and certain candids and pick-off shots. So that's how I use them. So D600 will get my 70-200 for the most part, and my D700 will keep my 24-70 on all night, also with my flash. So that's how I use two cameras. That's how I dual shoot. How about you guys? How do you dual shoot? What lenses do you keep? What straps you use? All that kind of stuff. Write that down in the comments below. Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye. Dual shooting is fun, just don't overcomplicate things.